Hello and welcome. This is a pre-recorded intro for the upcoming concert that's May 9th, which is Barbara Nesbitt, and we're in Texas. That's where we are. I'd prefer that we be in Colorado. That's how we normally do it. And Barbara did play here before in 2017, and that's how we did it. And if you've not been to a house concert before, and you're learning about them from this intro because we're doing it online, and the secret of the wonderfulness of house concerts is getting out there. When we are able to gather again, I highly recommend that you check that out either locally if you're not in Colorado, or if you're in Colorado, come to a show in Lafayette. It's just the most special way to listen to live music because there's no barrier between you and the stage. There is really no stage. There's just a world-class performer right there in your own space. And that's an amazing thing that will surprise people if you've not been to a house concert. The caliber of talent of people who tour and play in living rooms, in small venues. It's really special. And also the sense of community of converting a living space, a home, into a performance space, and then back again by the night's end, and the revelry that happens, that sense of community. Often there's potluck dinner and things like that. So check it out if you don't know about it. What we're doing for these online shows is we're pre-recording them so that you can have them at full visual resolution and uninterrupted and yummy sound that's in sync with the video, 1080p resolution and quality sound. And then we're watching them together with the performer, and so comments that you make in real time, the performer, Barbara in this case, will be responding with you in real time so you can have that sense of connection. And then we're also hosting a Zoom gathering the next day. So the concert's May 9th, 7 p.m. This is the intro for it, so you'll be seeing it then. And then the Zoom gathering is 1 p.m. the next day, May 10th. And since this is Mother's Day weekend, some of us are going to be in positions where we can't be with our mamas. So one thing you can do is you can buy a seat for your mom and bring her to the show. Or if Mother's Day makes the schedule impossible, the good news is, since it's a pre-recorded YouTube video with an unlisted link, you can still support Barbara Nesbitt and then take that link and then watch it the next day or the next week, whenever it's convenient for you. It'll be alive and well afterwards. So it doesn't have to be an either-or thing. So please do that. So that's how we're doing the shows now. And all the intros at Little Tree, I tell you what the series promises are. And they are all the money that you donate goes into the performer's pocket. So even if you pay on PayPal, you don't need to worry about fees being taken out because we restore that with donations to the series. So if you go to littletreeacoustic.com and you see the list of all the concerts coming, you also can make donations right there. And I highly suggest you do that early so I can get you the unlisted YouTube link and instructions so you're ready on concert night to watch it together with us. Okay? And when you make a donation, you can also make a donation to the series separately from the performer. And if I get so many donations, this is not a money-making thing for me. This is just a way of me supporting the art. So if you're effusive with your support for the series, anything that's extra, I just put it in the artist pocket. And if you make a donation that is larger than $25 for the series, then I give you a thank you gift, like a coffee mug or a mini poster or a tote bag or whatever it is that you want that I have. Just, some nice thing that we do. So that's the first promise, is that all the money goes to the performer. The second is it's always about the music. And the music is phenomenal, and so it's easy for the third promise to be satisfied. That is, it's always awesome. It's a promise I make and the performers keep, and they've never let me down because we only have phenomenal performers here. Makes it easy. In addition to promises, we also have traditions. So one curious tradition we have is we always have rum cake, and we're not sure why we do that. It was it's an accidental tradition. It's something we did at the first show. And we've just continued, and 11 years later, now we're in the 12th year, we're still having rum cake at every show. And when we're in these virus times and we're having to do this remotely, I'm sending rum cake to the performers wherever they are and to some audience members who request it. And I also posted the recipe and even a cooking video showing you how to cook rum cake, so that if you want to do that, you can. We have rum cake. We also have posters that all the performers have signed. Now, the intention was to have one poster, but after 11 years, somewhere in there, we ran out of room. So we printed another poster. Now we're running out of room on that, and we'll print a third one. And I just love having these hanging in my home because it's a pleasant reminder of past shows. So that's the second tradition. And the third tradition is I always read the first sentence from the Education of Little Tree. I've done it at every show. And it goes like this. It's written from the perspective of a 5-year-old Cherokee Indian boy, Little Tree. And the first sentence he says, "Grandma says when you come on something good, first thing to do is share it with whoever you can find. That way the good spreads out to where no telling it will go," which is right. So that's what we're about. That's what we do here, is we put good in the world and we spread it around. And the good we're spreading around this time is Barbara Nesbitt. And oh, Lordy, is she special. We've had her here 3 years ago, and she had people laughing, and she had people crying, and she had people falling in love with her. She has an angelic voice. She has damn good guitar playing. But most importantly, she has honest lyrics that don't pull punches and cover subjects from broken hearts and love and domestic abuse. And in her latest album, A Psycho Stalker, you can guess where that content comes from. She's just an absolutely lovely human being, a person who's been beat up a bit by the world and is resilient and has just broken open beauty into the world, but in an honest way. And sometimes that honesty shows up in brutally honest lyrics. So we're in for a totally special evening. Wherever she's been, from her very early beginnings with music, she's been nominated for songwriting contests that she wasn't entering, and she's also won her share of awards when she was in San Diego and continuing in Austin, Texas, even in a crowded field with a lot of talent. And she shared the stage with Bonnie Raitt and with Lyle Lovett and with Keller Williams and with Lisa Loeb and others. She's a remarkable performer, so we're in for a very special evening. I'm so excited to be hosting Barbara this way, and I look forward to doing it again when you can come here, dear, in Colorado, and share some space with us and clink margarita glasses again. I look forward to that. But in the meantime, thank you, everybody, for showing up and supporting Barbara now while we can, in this way that we can, by doing it virtually, just showing her love, just continuing to show our artists love in the ways that we can. So now let's turn it over to Barbara. We are yours, my dear, so looking forward to this evening.